What if I told you there's a place on Earth where animals evolved so differently? They helped rewrite our understanding of life itself. Picture this. You're sailing through the Pacific Ocean when jagged volcanic islands emerge from the mist. As you approach the shore, marine iguanas, the only lizards in the world that swim in the ocean, sun themselves on black lava rocks. Blue-footed boobies perform their comical mating dance nearby, while giant tortoises that can live over 100 years move slowly through misty highlands. This isn't a fantasy. This is the Galápagos Islands, where the rules of nature seem to have been rewritten. But how did this happen? How did these remote islands become home to creatures found nowhere else on Earth? The story begins millions of years ago, when these islands didn't exist at all. Deep beneath the Pacific Ocean, volcanic eruptions began building mountains from the seafloor. Over millennia, these volcanoes broke the ocean's surface, creating barren new land completely isolated from any continent. The first life arrived by chance, seeds carried by wind or birds, small reptiles clinging to floating vegetation, insects blown across hundreds of miles of open ocean. Those first colonists found a world unlike anything they'd known. With no large predators and unique environmental conditions, evolution began working in extraordinary ways. Animals that would normally compete found empty niches waiting to be filled. Over generations, subtle changes became dramatic transformations. A mainland iguana that ate plants became a marine iguana that dives for seaweed. A finch that ate seeds developed a beak perfect for probing cactus flowers. This evolutionary laboratory remained hidden from human eyes until 1535, when a Spanish ship blown off course accidentally discovered the islands. The sailors found the landscape hostile and strange. They reported seeing giant tortoises so large that 6 men could stand on one shell. For centuries afterward, the islands served mainly as a hideout for pirates and a stopping point for whaling ships that hunted the tortoises for food. The real transformation in our understanding began in 1835, when a young naturalist named Charles Darwin spent 5 weeks exploring the islands. He noticed something puzzling. The finches on different islands had different beak shapes, each perfectly suited to their specific food source. On islands with hard seeds, finches had strong, crushing beaks. Where insects hid in wood, finches had slender beaks for probing. Where flowers offered nectar, finches had pointed beaks for drinking. This observation, that animals adapted to their specific environments, became the foundation for his theory of evolution by natural selection. But what Darwin saw was just the beginning of the story. Let's dive deeper into how isolation created such bizarre and wonderful creatures. Take the marine iguana. Its ancestors were likely regular land iguanas that rafted to the islands on vegetation. Finding limited food on land but abundant seaweed in the ocean, they gradually adapted. They developed flattened tails for swimming, special glands to excrete salt from seawater, and the ability to slow their heart rate to survive cold dives. Today, they're the only lizards in the world that feed in the ocean. Then there are the famous Galápagos tortoises. On islands with lush highland vegetation, tortoises evolved dome-shaped shells and shorter necks for grazing on low plants. On drier islands with sparse vegetation, they developed saddleback shells with flared openings, allowing them to stretch their long necks upward to reach cactus pads. These differences developed on islands just miles apart. The flightless cormorant tells perhaps the most dramatic story of adaptation. When its flying ancestors arrived, they found abundant food in the rich waters and no land predators. Flying required enormous energy, so gradually, generation by generation, birds that used their wings less survived better. Their wings shrank to useless stubs, but their legs grew stronger for swimming. Today, they're the only cormorants in the world that cannot fly, a perfect example of how isolation can reshape an animal's very body. But evolution here isn't just about the past, it's happening right now. Scientists have documented Darwin's finches evolving in real time. During drought years when only tough seeds remain, finches with stronger beaks survive and reproduce more. Within just a few generations, the average beak size in the population increases. When rains return and softer seeds become available, smaller beaks become advantageous again. We're watching evolution dance to the rhythm of the environment. The magic of the Galápagos extends beyond its animals to their extraordinary behaviors. Blue-footed boobies perform elaborate courtship displays, showing off their brightly colored feet to potential mates. The brighter the blue, the healthier the bird. It's nature's way of ensuring strong genes get passed on. Male frigate birds inflate brilliant red throat pouches to attract females, creating living balloons that shimmer in the tropical sun. Yet this living laboratory faces modern threats. Invasive species brought by humans, rats, goats, and fire ants disrupt delicate ecosystems. Climate change alters ocean currents that bring nutrients to support the food web. Conservation efforts now work to protect these unique creatures, from breeding programs for endangered species to careful management of tourism. What makes the Galápagos truly special isn't just the strange animals themselves, but what they represent, a living demonstration of how life adapts, persists, and transforms when given the chance. These islands show us that evolution isn't just something that happened millions of years ago. It's an ongoing process, visible in the beak of a finch, the swim of an iguana, the shell of a tortoise. Which Galápagos creature fascinates you the most? The marine iguana, the blue-footed booby, or the giant tortoise? Share your favorite in the comments, and subscribe to Wonder Explorer to journey with us to more of Earth's most incredible places.